Hello everyone, welcome back at my next video on my YouTube channel or any other platform where I'm posting these videos. And today I want to be brief and I just actually encountered and came across one really good article or just explanation of one individual, and I'm going to take it over from him. I just want to actually express my sympathy and empathy about this little article, because this is about empathy and if empathy is innate or learned, which is interesting topic or interesting question. And he actually replied quite sophisticated in a sophisticated way. And of course, we all need empathy to basically go through the life. So I think that it might be of some interest to anyone who is interested in a little bit psychology and philosophical questions of life, and how we can actually increase our social interaction, and also in a friendship or in any kind of interaction with other people. Empathy basically is part of the sociological concept, and we all need some, or we maybe have it innate or learned. So he replied, empathy is innate. Some aspect of it can be learned, but it's more like a study of how to behave rather than actually and genuinely feeling empathy. Empathy is sensing and feeling other people's feelings, being able to feel what their shoes feel like being worn. That's a figurative speech, yeah. That's a fairly complicated sensing process, and unless you have an inborn sense for other people's emotions, what you will learn is how to read a person, how to have an intellectual understanding of what they might be going through. But unless you can relate on a personal level, you won't be feeling the same as another person who can feel what they feel. A simple example: you mistakenly put your hand on a hot burner and burn yourself badly. An empathetic person will get a strong sense of how that might hurt, while a person who has learned some empathetic skills might be able to relate to being hurt. Or if they have actually done that themselves, they may feel a sense of being able to relate, but they won't feel what you feel. And a naturally empathetic person will feel your pain. Some empathy can be learned when you have a shared experience, but the natural empathetic person will feel on a deeper level. So you can learn some, and that can be a powerful experience to have, but it is not the same as an innate ability. And let's look at another example. You can learn to play an instrument technically well enough to perform, even go professional, but a person with an innate musical skill will have an advantage over you. There are plenty of musicians out in the world who can knock your socks off with a skill. The most natural of them will rise to the very top, and that's simply because they have an innate ability that they have developed. Oh, they will be good, mind you, but artists like Eric Clapton, Miles Davis, B.B. King, Carlos Santana, Neil Young, James Taylor, and even Taylor Swift, they are naturally gifted, work to develop their skills to a highest level. It's like being kind. Some people are naturally that way. They are kind, they are nice, they actually naturally are that type of the persons. And others may try to be that way, but they have to learn it. So it's simply that any innate skill will have advantage, and when developed will exceed others. So what actually the author of this text wanted to say, which I completely agree, that some skills, and basically empathy is a kind of skill, or is a kind of maybe innate feeling, as he wanted to actually note. And it is always better than to learn it. But of course, we all have empathy because we have, at least when we are normal individuals, sort of even a learned empathy. Even we can learn it at interactions with other people or in family, first of all, yeah? So, but this innate skill is always sort of advantageous, or has a preference. Like actually he mentioned it with these musicians, and how you can learn to play any musical instrument, but basically when you don't have this natural talent, this natural ability, and a feeling for music, then of course it will be always a little bit just learned. And I think we all know people who have the natural ability to do something and have that talent, and then people who just learn it, who just actually robotically uh, sometimes parrot something only, and or even in the case of this empathy, which he mentions that is innate or learned. What do you think about this? Because I think there is not one opinion about that. If empathy is innate or learned, I think there are naturally gifted people who are very, very much more empathetic than the other people. So yes, it might be true. But what do you think about this? Thank you. See you next time.